Once again, I'm Dr. Octavio Pino. I'm here at the Casa de Don Ignacio in Brazil, in Abadiânia, to continue our talks on psychoneuroenergetics. Once again, psychoneuroenergetics is the new science of the mind, the neurology, the brain, and energy. We are surrounded by a field of energy, and here in the presence of João de Deus, we feel that energy ever so stronger. We process the energy information in our brain as well as in all the neurological cells of our body. And our brain, as you know, has two hemispheres, the left hemisphere that processes information linearly, and the right hemisphere that processes information in parallel, in circular and spiral fashion. We in reality have two computers in our brain. The left hemisphere is a regular computer that works in terms of bits, A or B, while the right hemisphere is a quantum computer. It works A, the selection here are A, B, C, or D, or a whole set of possibilities, as well as A and B together. So it is very difficult for us to comprehend how our right hemisphere works. But when we are here in the Casa de Don Ignacio, we are in touch with the neurology of our right hemisphere, particularly the area between the occipital lobe and the temporal lobe near the 7th cranial nerve, where we're able to download information from different universes that exist parallel to this one, and of course the entities here in the Casa de Don Ignacio live in these universes. Quantum physicists have already postulated that there are several universes coexisting with our universe. So mathematically we can prove the existence of these universes. However, we have not been able to do so using physical experiments because we don't have the sophisticated equipment that's necessary for that purpose at the moment. Every neuron on the brain communicates electromagnetically and sends a spark to another neuron and creates a neural pathway. These neural pathways, of course, also generate waves, either alpha, beta, delta, different frequencies, up to 45 hertz frequency. In mediums like John of God, the area of between the occipital lobe and the temporal lobe near the 7th cranial nerve is very very densely wired, and it is possible for a medium like John of God to download information from different universes. In fact, we are all capable of doing this if we really work at it and dedicate our time to it. When we download this information, it comes to us, and we can also share it with people for the purpose of healing, for the purpose of growth, for the purpose of creation of health, and for many different purposes. Now, the area between the occipital lobe and the temporal lobe near the 7th cranial nerve, when it is at 45 hertz, that is, at the peak experience, enables us to download information. The brain, of course, has different wavelengths that vary from 3 hertz to 45. 45 hertz is, of course, the highest level in the sense that it relates to peak and ecstatic experiences. The heart, however, also has its own electromagnetics, and of course the waves generated by the heart electromagnetics are of different frequency from the brain. But when the brain is in synchronicity or in coherence with the heart, it is when we are able to obtain the information from the environment, from the energy field that where we live in, because we live in an energy field very similar to the field of air that we breathe, except that we cannot we don't realize that we live in that energy field. some people are capable of feeling the energy, the light and the information. Others are not just yet aware of it. In the case of Don Ignacio, in Brazil, in Abadiânia, where we are now, we get in touch with these frequencies that allow us to process the information. Well, this is just a brief explanation of what Psychoneuroenergetics is all about. We will have a book coming soon on the subject that will attempt to explain to the scientific world that it is indeed possible to measure through MRIs and through electroencephalograms what goes on in the brains of the mediums and how they are able to connect to the various frequencies around us. Psychoneuroenergetics is, of course, a new science, but it's really a very old science also. It's new in the sense that we now have the equipment to measure some of these developments. We have equipment that Dr. William Tiller has developed to measure the change in the thermodynamics in the room where Joan of God meets the patients, devotees, we might call them, that thermodynamics change occurs when medium Joan invokes different entities. And there are other scientists like Konstantin Korotkov in Russia, who is developing the GDV camera, which measures the photons that are given out by living things, including humans. We all give out photons, and photons are nothing but pieces of information coming through light. They are subatomic, and they are both a particle and a wave. And it is through this photonic energy that we transmit our energy on each other. And of course, when we all concentrate in a particular thought, because thoughts are energy, thought of health or whichever we want to create for ourselves, if we all concentrate on the thought and we all together meditate on it, we really expand the field of energy because 2 or 3 brains together vibrating at the same frequency enhances the frequencies and allows us to create whatever we are thinking at the moment, because we are really creators. We are made to the image of the Creator, and we're able to create everything, really. We create our own reality if we if we want to, really. We can also create our own wealth, our own health, and create our own misery also if we think negatively. So it's important to think positively and generate positive thoughts, because thoughts are nothing but energy, electromagnetic energy. And of course, the energy around us is also magnetoelectric, and it is also subtle. And it is the subtle energies that we create in our culture, in our communities, that we can also draw for the growth and development. So this is just a brief explanation on the new science of psychoneuroenergetics, the mind, the neurology, the brain, the neurology, which includes not only the brain but also the heart, electromagnetics, and the electromagnetics of the neurological system, and energy. We live in a world of energy. Thank you for your attention.